Good morning, sir.
Good morning everyone.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
Okay, I hope I am properly audible and my screen is also visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's the time is 11 o'clock and we have now 29 participants. Okay, that's good. So in the last class, we have seen using your AutoCAD software how we can draw with different coordinate systems. We have also given the dimensioning. We have seen how to give the dimension styles as well. Okay. In today's class, we will see few more 2D diagrams, how to draw that, and we will uh, give their dimensions as well. Okay. So this is your actually first, you can say that the experimental part that normally we consider for any lab session. So you have six figures. I will show you one by one and we will draw them and then you have to take the printout of those things and you have to keep in your record book. This is what we do when normal classes were running. Okay. So this time what we will do, as we are doing everything online, so you have to draw these figures and you have to upload it in your Canva. Okay. So this time we will uh, do the corrections or assess your submissions, everything online using Canvas learning management system. So let's start with today's class. This we have seen in the previous session, this also, the three coordinate system. Today, this figure you can see on the screen. Today we will see how to draw this figure. Okay, in your AutoCAD software using different AutoCAD commands. 13.9. Okay. How many of you have installed the AutoCAD software in your laptop or desktop computer, wherever? Today I will show you one video also. One of the students has shared with me one video how to download and install this AutoCAD software. Today I will show you. So following that instructions given in that video, uh, you can download as well as install in your uh, laptop or desktop computer. Again, for the students um, who are using mobile phones for listening to the lectures, it will be very difficult for them because there is no application of AutoCAD in mobile phone. So you have to purchase any desktop computer or laptop. This will be helpful for your uh, entire BTech course because you need this in every semester, every subject somehow. Okay, so let's see how we can draw this figure in your AutoCAD software. Okay, all the dimensions are given. Suppose using the conventional method, as I have told you, there are four methods using which we can draw the coordinate system. So initially you can consider this as origin and you can write the coordinate of each and every point. And then you can follow your absolute coordinate system or relative coordinate system or polar coordinate system. Okay, but the fourth system that I have told you, that is your direct coordinate system. That is most oftenly used because suppose if you have simple figures like rectangle or square or circle, then you can point out number of points are limited 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do the calculation for your coordinate values. What is the x coordinate? What is the y coordinate? But suppose you have a complicated figure, okay, then you will not be able to calculate all the coordinate systems. In that situation, you have to do a wise decision when and where to use which coordinate system. Okay, maximum we will use your direct coordinate system, but sometimes wherever required, you can use in between your polar or relative or whatever is required. Okay, so uh, I will directly move on to the AutoCAD software today. Let me erase this. Where is the eraser? Eraser is not highlighted. Yeah. So I have already opened the AutoCAD software, and what I will do, I will take the snapshot of this figure so that I will keep it in your AutoCAD. So I need not to switch for different windows for looking onto the dimension. So I will use a sniper tool, snipping tool, and I will take the snapshot of this. Let me stop the screen share. Okay, now I'm sharing my entire screen. Okay, so what I have just now done, uh, this was the figure. I opened this snipping tool is there in Windows. It is by default you can find it, and then I would like to take the screenshot of this part because this figure dimensions I need. I will right click this, copy this figure, and I will bring this to my AutoCAD interface, and I will simply paste it here. So now I need not to switch for the windows to see the dimensions. Okay. Uh, I have my figure over here only. If you want to make it small, you can make it small as per your requirement. So as I have told you earlier, we can start with your command unit. The screen is visible. Yeah, it is visible. When you will go with the command unit, you have to set this to decimal, and you have to set this precision to 0, and this is your unit where by default it is inches, and we will make it into millimeters. Then press OK. Once we have defined the unit, the next step is limit. Limit. You can see here in the command line, I have written LIMITS, limit. Then press enter. It will ask you for the lower left corner as well as your top right corner. So by default, you can see here the lower left corner is given 0, 0. So I will accept it 0, 0. Press enter. Now you can see here it is asking for specify the upper right corner. Upper right corner. Okay. So we will make it A4 size paper. Okay. That is your X we will make 210. Okay, and y we will make 297. Press enter. Now limits has been defined. After this, I have told you earlier, we will zoom the screen. Z enter. A enter. A stands for all. Now see. So as I have given this command for zoom, this figure is reduced to very smaller size and it is not visible. So we can maximize it so that it is visible. Okay, now the figure is also visible. Now we will draw the figure. Let's move this, yeah, to upper location. I'm going to move command, select the object, press enter, specify the base point, and I will keep it here. So this is the drawing that we are going to draw today. Okay. So here we have, as you can see on the screen, straight lines are there and two circles are there. So we will use two commands, line command, circle command. So let's start with the line. I will go with dynamic allocation. Okay, means the force coordinate system that we have studied. So I will start from this point. Suppose now see, this line can be drawn with any angle, but if you will see in the figure, normally they are horizontal and vertical lines are there only. So we will switch this ortho mode to on. Okay, we will switch this ortho mode on. By shortcut, you can press F8 key of your keyboard or you can click this ortho mode. Okay, now see, only horizontal lines can be drawn, horizontal or vertical, horizontal or vertical. Okay, so in horizontal direction, if you will see in the figure, what is the length? 120, the baseline, that is 120. So I will draw the baseline 120. Yeah, here it is coming. Now in above direction, this this line is 44. 44 you can see. So in vertical direction, I will move with a length 44. Okay. Now I need to draw some slant line. Okay, some inclined line I have to draw, but the angle is not given over here. So in that situation, what we will do, uh, I will press the escape key to come out of the line command, and from this side also, whatever is known, we will draw it first. Okay, follow the steps that are simple, whatever is the drawing. So I will again go with line command L, press enter, start with this point. In vertical direction, I need to move 44. On the left hand side, you can see. Now again here some slant height is angle is line is there. Okay, let me use the annotation and then I will tell you. Yeah, see this slant line is there, but the angle is not given. What is given? This vertical distance 33 is given, and this horizontal distance 33 is given. So what I will do, I will draw the perpendicular lines, and after that we will remove it. Okay. So let's go for the line command. I will start from this location. Yeah, in vertical direction, I need to go 33. Again, in horizontal direction, I need to go 33. Okay. And again, in horizontal direction, 45 length is there. You can see the topmost line, that is your 45. So I will go for 45. Okay. And then I will press K. Now, this line that is of 33 length, I need not to show here, and this is also not required. Now we can connect these 2 points. Okay, so for connecting or drawing inclined lines, I have to switch off this ortho mode. So I will switch off this ortho mode. Okay, then I will click on this line, select this point and this point. Okay, press escape. Similarly, I will do on this side also. Go for line command, connect the end point. Yeah. So this is the outer part of the figure is drawn. Okay. Now the next part is our circles, the two circles that we have to draw. Now, see what is the location of this circle. The location of this circle number 1 you can see here. Let me use annotation. Someone has written something. Okay. Now you can see this circle, the center location is this one. Let me make it red color so that its visibility will increase here. This is the center point, and you can see it is at a distance of 20 units from this baseline. Okay, and the diameter, for representation of diameter, you can see here it is written 520. Always remember, 5 is representing your diameter. This phi is nothing but your representing your diameter. So the diameter of this circle is 20 and it is 20 units above the your baseline. And this point is 120, 84 units, sorry, 84 units from this vertical line. Okay, 84 units from this. So accordingly, we will move ahead. Okay. So for this, I will introduce you with one more command here, that is your offset command. Okay. So let's see how we can use offset command to obtain this center point. You can see here in the command line, I am typing offset, OFFSET. Okay, this is offset command. What is the functionality of this command we will see. Okay, suppose we have this line and I want to offset this, means I want to make another line similar to this line at a certain distance. Okay, so that's why it is asking you to specify the offset distance. So here, as you can see, 20 is the figure. So I will make first offset distance is 20. Now it is asking for which object I want to offset. So this is the object that I want to offset. See, now the cursor is showing. I have specified 20 units. So it is asking on which side, whether on the top of the reference line or below that line. Okay. So I want it on the top of the reference line. So this one line I have obtained at a distance of 20 units. Now what I will do, I will offset this vertical line at a distance of 84 units. Okay. So let's again, since we are changing the offset distance, okay, so we need to go out of the offset command. So for that, I have pressed escape key, and you can see here cancel is visible on your screen. Go for offset command once again, OFFSET, press enter. Now the offset distance, you can see this 84. 84 I will go. By default, see here in the bracket it is written 20, the previous value. Okay. Now we will change it to 84. After specifying the offset distance, it will ask you which object, select the object you want to offset. So I want to offset this object, this one single line. Okay, so select this. Now you can see on both sides one line is coming. Wherever I will move my cursor, if I'll bring my cursor on the right hand side, you can see this line is coming on this side. If I will bring my cursor on the another side of this line, you can see the line is visible over here. Okay, so I need that line on this side. So I will keep my cursor on the right hand side of the selected offset. Yeah. Now I get some intersection point over here. This is the center of my circle. Okay. Now we have obtained the center of the circle. These are two different entities. So I will go for now circle command, CIRCLE, or simple short form is C. Like for line I was using L, for circle you can use C. Press enter. Now you can see here, specify the center point of the circle. And inside the bracket you can see three different options are there. So it means there are three different methods through which we can make circle, like 3-point circle, 2-point circle, tangent, tangent radius. Okay. So here I will go with simple commands. Like I know the center point and I know the radius or diameter. So I will specify the center point, which is located at the intersection point here. Intersection. You can see the AutoCAD will automatically bring some green color and it will suggest you. Okay. So this is the intersection point where I want to draw the circle. Now see at the command line what it is asking. Specify the radius of the circle. Now what is the radius?
20,
10.
but we have to keep 10, sir.
10 radius.
Yes. So I will give radius as 10.
10.
So this is the circle that we need. Okay. But do we need these two lines? The intersection point lines that I have created?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sure.
No.
Have to erase that.
So I will delete that part. Okay. I have drawn that just to obtain the center point of that circle. So one thing we can delete that, or if you remember in the beginning, I have told you about different type of lines, and wherever there is any circle, so we need to specify center line. Center line was nothing but one big dash, one small dash, or small dot. Big dash, small dash, big dash, small dash, or simple dot. So you can convert this as a center line also. So for that, you can reduce the length of this line. How to reduce the length or stretch the length? For this, if you will click on any line, suppose this is the line, I have clicked or selected that line. So you can see it is highlighted at 3 different locations. First point, last point, and this is your midpoint. You can pick the end point. So when you will bring your cursor to the end point, you will see the color has changed red color for that particular point. So you need to click on that and put ortho on so that it will move only in horizontal direction, no deviation will be there. And you can click at any location up to where you want that line to be there. Suppose I have clicked over here. See. From this side also I will bring it to this location. Okay. Similarly, I will bring down this line also, and this point also I will bring up to here. Now, what is visible here is continuous line. The same line that I was using for outer lines also. But what we have studied, we have to use here center line. So for that, one more command is there, that is line type. So for that, pay attention how to change the properties of any entity. Okay. Suppose this is your line, you can call it as any entity or you can call it as any object. So select the line, right click it. You can see options at the bottom is your properties. Okay. So click on the properties. You can see here all the properties are visible here. Suppose starting with the color, and there are many things. Okay. But see the line type, it is showing by layer, and I want to change it to center line. But in the option here, it is not available. So I need to
Sir, continuous.
upload some line type. Line type. I need some different. Hello. Someone was saying something.
Yes, sir. Continuous line.
Continuous
in
line was
properties
there.
also.
By layer was there. In properties, you can
Yes, sir.
see here by layer, by block, and the third one is your continuous. Okay, but we need center line, and it is not available in this drop down list. So we will load that line. Okay, so for that one command is there, line type. You can see on your screen, line type is written, L-I-N-E-T-Y-P-E, line type. And then you have to press enter. Yeah. The 3 options that were available in that drop down list, you can see here, by layer, by block, and continuous. I want to load some more lines. So here you can see load option is there. You click on that load, and now here you can see a variety of line is available. Okay, so whatever the line you need, you can select it. So we will come down to the center. Okay, here this is your center line. So I will select this center and click on OK. Now the center you can see over here. Click again OK. Now again you go to select the line, go to properties. Here you will see line type. Click on the drop down list and you can see the center line. Now it is coming in your drop down list. Okay. So I hope you learn how to load different type of lines. And you can see here also the line type is changed to center line. That is long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash. Okay. If suppose you can see it is if we are zooming out, then it is looking like continuous. We are zooming in, then only it is visible that this is center line. So what we will do, we will change the scale. So for that, you have to select the line, click on properties, and here somewhere you will see line type scale. Yeah, it is here 1. So we can increase this to 2 or 3. So let's make it 3 for increasing the visibility. Now you can see when the object is zoom out mode also, it is clearly visible. If you want to further enlarge it, you go to properties and here the line type scale, you can make it 4 or 5 as per your requirement. Okay.
Sir,
So this
sir?
is 4, this is, yes.
Sir, is there is any change in radius if we do like this?
No,
Okay, sir.
there will not be any change. I am only working with this line. I am not working with this circle. Okay. If you want to check that radius, what is the radius? You select the circle, right click it, properties is there, quick properties is there. So you can see in quick properties, the diameter it is showing 20. Okay, what we have specified. Okay, its coordinate, center coordinate, everything is written here. X coordinate, Y coordinate, radius, diameter, what is the circumference, what is the area. Okay, so it will not change to your line. Now, this also we need the line as your center line. So we will select that line. We will click on properties. Here you can see line type is by layer. Make it to center. Change the scale. Keep the same scale. Previously, for the horizontal center line, I have kept 5. So for this also, I will keep 5. Now you tell me whether it is clearly visible as center line or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the same way, we will draw the another circle. Where is that another circle? Let's bring this figure inside little bit. Yeah. The another circle, it is located, this is your 36, I think, and this is also 36. The figure is blurred since I have done some operation on it. Okay, so let's zoom this out. Okay, no how. So what I will do, again, we will do the offset. We will use that offset command. Go for offset, OFFSET, press enter. Now this time the offset distance will be 36. Why 36? This is at a distance of 36 from the horizontal line, 36 at a distance from the vertical line. So I will keep this as 36. Now, it is asking in the command line, you can see offset, select object to offset. Which object I want to offset? So I want to offset this horizontal line. So click on that line. Now on which side? On which side? This side. Okay. Again, vertical also I want on this side. So you got some intersection point at this location. Okay. So at this is the center of our circle. What is the diameter of the circle? 36.
36.
So we will go for your circle command. Okay, before going to C, I have typed C alphabet on the command line, but by default it is still in the offset command only. So we have to come out of that offset command first. So for that we need to press escape key, press 2 or 3 times, no issue at all. Then go for command C. C for circle. Press enter. It will ask for specify the center point. You can see in the command line. So center point we have identified at this intersection point. Click on that. Now it is asking for radius. Specify the radius of circle. What is the radius?
18.
18. Okay. So 18 you can type, press enter. So this is the another circle. Okay. Now again we will do that same. I want that center line. So this I need to stretch somewhat over here, and from this side I will shorten it. Okay. So for this you can see what I'm doing. I'm selecting the line. I'm just clicking on one of its endpoint, and wherever I want the second point, I'm clicking over there. I want the another line to be at this location. So this is two cross lines, thick lines, okay, continuous lines. I want to make it center line. So for that, what I will do, I will select this line, right click it, click on properties. Okay, again I am repeating, I am selecting the line. You can see once the line is selected, the color is changing from white to blue. Okay, once you have selected that line, click, go for right click, go on properties, the second last option, properties. Click on properties. From the top, you can see color, layer, line type. Line type by default, it is layer. Okay, so you change it to center. Okay, you change it to center. Change the line type scale. The previous one value, the value we have kept previous. So previously we have kept 5. Click on 5. Similarly, we can select this horizontal line as well. You can see the line type is bilayer. Click on center, line type, scale, make it 5. Now you can close this properties tab, and you can see the center line is clearly visible. Okay, now the drawing is drawn here. Now what we need to do, we need to give dimension. Okay, so you all know that for giving the dimension, this is the tab where we need to click. Click on this dimension tab, select the object. I will start with the baseline, and now we have to click on the location where I need that. I have given the dimension, but it is very small, it is not visible. So we need to do dimension style. Okay, so again come out of this dimension command. In the command line you can see it is still in dimension mode. For coming out, you need to press the escape key, type the command dim style, DIMSTYLE, dim style. You can see in the command line I have written DIMSTYLE, dim style. Okay, then press enter. One window will appear over here. You click on modify. Once you click on this modify, another window will open. Now here, if you remember in the last class, we have changed the color to green. Okay, line type by block, line weight, that is fine. The extension line also I want to make it green. You can see the changes, it is reflecting on your preview screen. Now go to symbol and arrow. Arrow size, last time what we have made? Arrow size
8.
3. 8 is your text height. Okay, arrow size we will make it 3, and text height we will make it as 8. Okay, now text color also you can change. like yellow was not visible with white background. Okay, so you can keep some other color, magenta or red, whatever you want. Now I will make it red today. Okay, now after specifying the text color and text height, we will move on to the precision. You can see in the preview window, after decimal we are getting 4 digits. Okay, so I will make precision to 0. Now you can see only after decimal we are not getting anything. Okay, so if you want anything, like suppose in your dimension you have 45.5 mm. So in that situation you have to make this precision to 0.0 or 0.00. But here in my figure there is no such dimension, so I will keep it as 0 only. Now after doing all these modifications in the dimension style, you can click OK. Click close. Now you can see the changes is reflected over here. Now likewise we will give all the dimensions. Now you can see here 120 is very downside, so that we can accommodate this 36 and 84. So we will bring this 120 to some lower level. Okay, so what we will do, we will left click on that 120 or your dimensions line. You can see several blue colors will be visible. I will zoom it for your clear visibility. Okay, these blue dots are coming, so you can click on this middle portion and you can drag it down to the location where you want. Suppose I want here, because I have to accommodate 2 dimensions in between. So after this we can give the dimension for this center line. Now since we have done the dimension line settings, so now we can directly go on to this top dimension tab, click there. You can select this one and select this center point here. 84 is the distance. You can click here. Okay, here we don't have any points, so directly what we have done here, if you will pay attention, Control Z is the shortcut for undo, or you can go from here, edit, and undo will be here. Yeah, undo the group of commands. And the shortcut key is your Control Z, as we do in our Microsoft Office or any other application. Okay, so I will show it once again what I have done. For the first line, we have 2 endpoints. This is our first and this is our next. But here I want to give the dimension for this center point, and its projection is not available on this horizontal line. So what I will do, I will select this first point and I will bring my cursor to the center of this circle. I will bring this to the center of this circle, okay, and without clicking there, I'm dragging my mouse cursor to downside. Up to where? Up to your bottom horizontal line. Okay, now you can see the 84, the same value we are getting here. Now you can click at that point, and now you can specify the location where you want to place this text 84. So I want to place this 84 at this location. So second click I have made. So this is how we can give the dimension for the point which is not available. Again, for this point also, see, we don't have the projection. So what I will do, I will select the first point. For next point, I will bring my cursor to this point of intersection. You can zoom it to get the exact intersection location. It was 36, we know that. Click over there and you can now place it 36. Okay. So once you will practice this with your own, then you will feel more comfortable and confident also. In the same way, Now I'm going to give this vertical dimensioning also. So you can see here inside we have 36. So I will start with the inner dimension, starting with this center point, with this corner point, and bring your cursor to this location. 36 length, we know that, and this is your 36. Again, from this point up to this point, this is 44. You can see here it is 44. Now, here you can see 33, 33. Vertical dimensions are given, vertical and horizontal. So here you can give this inclined dimension also. Okay, there are two methods. Select this corner point, select this corner point, and we know that this is 33. So the way it is written there in the figure, I have drawn this 33. In the similar way, for this above 33, you can click on this corner point, and again on this corner point, you will get 33. You can drag it, first select the point, you can drag it to the location wherever you want it, and you can check there. This is one way, okay, to give its dimension. Another way, I will undo this, Control Z. Control Z once again. Yeah. So I have removed those 33 and 33. Now what I want to do is I want to give this inclined dimension. Inclined dimension. So either you can switch off this ortho mode and you can select this line. Endpoints you can select 47. And you can give the dimension like this also, 47. This is one way. Okay. Now coming to this top line, it is 45. Now what other remaining on right hand side? So this is your right hand side, your 44. Again you can see inside this vertical distance of this circle center is 20. So you can click on the dimension, select the 2 points. This is the first point and this is the second point. You can bring it and check it there. Now we need to give the dimension of this circle. So select the circle and next click, it should be where you want the location of 520 to be located. So this is your another part. Select the circle, click on that, and the next click will be wherever you want that one. So this is your, I think the drawing is now complete. We can bring both two figures side by side. Select this object, I want to move it. Select the base point. I'll select it here and bring it down just next to our figure so that I can bring it like this. Yeah. Now this is what we have drawn now. Dimension lines are clearly visible with different color. Your thick lines or continuous lines are visible. Your center line is clearly visible. Everything is clearly visible. Now, after doing this, what you have to do, you have to go for text command. This is the tab for text command. Then it is asking for the first corner point, opposite corner point. Okay. Now, after clicking this, you have to change the text height. Make the text height as 8. Press enter. Now you can write down your name. Suppose name is, I'm mentioning XYZ, and another one is your roll number. Roll number, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Once you have written this, click somewhere outside of here. I am clicking so as to come out of your text command. Okay. Now whatever I have drawn, it is not visible on my screen. So for this, what I will do, I will use zoom command, Z for zoom, enter, A for all, enter. Now you can see whatever we have drawn, it is visible here. Now, where suppose you want to place this somewhere below this, so you can select this entity. Okay, you can right click to bring this pop-up menu. You can see one option, move. Once you click on the move, it will ask base point. Select the base point. Means this is the base point I am selecting. Now, where you want to move? You want to keep this just below the diagram what you have drawn, so you can keep it over here. Okay. So once you have written your name, you have written your roll number, and this is our first exercise in 2D drawing. Okay. So what I will write for today's session, this is the first exercise. So either you can go again with your text command and do all those steps, or you can simply copy this and paste it. So I will write, I need not to mention the roll number, so I will edit it and I will write exercise. The first practice we have done for different coordinate systems. So I am giving the nomenclature that you can keep exercise 1-1. Here, suppose this is your second set of work. So I will keeping exercise 2-1. Okay. Now click somewhere outside. So this is your exercise 2.1. Okay. Now the next is I want to take the printout of this so that you can place it in your record book. So as I have told you in the last class also, and again I am repeating so that it will be reminded in your memory, you need to press Control CTRL-P, Control plus P. This is one way, or another way you can click on this file command on the top. At the bottom you can see in the middle here one option called plot is there. The shortcut key is Control plus P. Click on that plot. Select the printer, AutoCAD to PDF. Select the paper size A4. What you want to plot? I want to plot window. I will select my window with my own. So this is my window selection. The window that I am selecting that I want to plot. I want to center the plot. The center the plot option you have to check, and you have to click on this preview. This is the exercise problem what is given to you, and this is what you have drawn. Okay, this will be your name and your roll number. If it seems to be perfect, then since this is preview, here at the top left corner you have that option called plot. So click on that plot. On the desktop you have created one folder. In the last class we have created GDM practice, and here I'm going to write this as, I'll give some name, 2D exercise 2.1. A point they will keep some extension, so better keep underscore or dash. Save. Now automatically one PDF will be generated and it will be visible on your screen. So this is the exercise number 1, the first. Today I am going to, this is the first diagram. Like this you have in your syllabus 6 figures. Okay. I will show you those 6 figures. This is your first one. This is your second one, third one, fourth one, fifth, and this is your sixth. So one by one we will see all of them, how to draw. So the first exercise we have completed. If there is any doubt, you can ask me in any of the commands. We have total of 56 participants. I can see in the participant list there are two names, Manoj Kumar and S. Pavani. So you two please rename yourself starting with your roll number, okay? So that I can identify easily what is your roll number. And it will be helpful for giving attendance also, because in our CMS, we have only the list of roll numbers. We don't have the list of your name. So you please rename yourself or you will be marked as absent. Please rename yourself. Okay, any doubt you can ask me now. If it is clear, then type in the chat box, clear sir, CS. You can type in the chat box, clear sir. We will move on to the next problem.
Clear, sir.
Very good. Happy to see that it is clear to everyone. Anyhow, I wish you all install your AutoCAD software very soon. Those who don't have laptop or desktop computer, please buy it. It will be helpful for your entire BTech course and start practicing it. Okay. Okay. So now the time is 11:52. We will take a short break and we will again start by 12 o'clock. Okay. So we'll start the practice for your second tier by 12 o'clock. A short break. We will meet again at 12 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Uh, Welcome back, students. So now, before starting to the next assignment or next problem that we will draw, okay, before that, I want to show you that video, that installation of that video. So please focus. Uh, I want to show you that video. This video is shared by one of the student only. Okay, to see how to install this software. The software is downloaded from this Get Into PC software website is there. Now this is a 4-minute video. I will share this video afterwards also. But now you see in any step, if you found any problem, you can ask me. Before downloading, you take care of your system is either 32-bit or 64-bit, whether it is following Windows operating system or Mac operating system. So you take care of that and then you download the setup.
Sir, 2016 version or 2018? Sir, 2018 version, sir.
Version in our lab, one of the students has asked me which version to download. In our lab, we have 2016 version. Okay. Uh, Um, but I will not restrict you to work with 2016 only. Only thing is interface somewhat maybe it will be different. You can go with latest version also 2020 or 2021, whatever. Okay, functionality will remain the same. Okay, whatever is the version. Only thing they give some additional features or like that. In our lab, we have the educational version license of 2016. Okay, so those who are not that much handy with these software, they go with 2016. Whatever the software you will download, inside that folder you will get one text document. In that, step by step everything is written. You have to follow those steps and it will be easier for you to understand and install. You have to ensure that while installation, you should not be connected to internet. So you need to switch off your internet connection at that moment. This is showing you how to activate your package in this state using some X-Force application they are using. And this is how you will get your AutoCAD installation. Okay. So I will share you this video file after the class. So in your WhatsApp group, one GDM WhatsApp group is there. So from there you can access it. Now again I am coming back to our AutoCAD. Okay. One student is saying that he's downloading AutoCAD 2020. No issue, you download 2021 also. Okay. No issue at all. If you face any difficulty, you ask me. I will take your system remote access and I will help you for the installation. Okay. Now, we will go to our next figure, that is this one. Okay. So this figure we are going to draw. So first step, what I will do, make it full screen. Yeah, this is the drawing I have drawn. So next tab I will open here. You can see here plus symbol is there. So if I want to start some new drawing, I can click on this plus and I can start. Okay. So this I will take the snapshot of this so as to see the dimensions of the figure. I will use the snipping tool. So I will take the screenshot of this location, then right click, copy, come back to your AutoCAD, and here right click, clipboard, go to clipboard and then click on paste. So it will ask for the insertion point. Where do you want to insert? So you can insert here. Now this space I have kept to draw my figure. Okay. So you can start with the basics as we are going, like you can start with your limits, units. Okay. So basically I will specify the units first. Let's see, make it decimal, that is fine. Precision, make it 0. So the things that I have already told you, so I will little bit increase the speed in those locations. I will make it as millimeter. Click on OK. Now, after using units, you can create the limit 0,0 default value. You can see on the command line, that is fine. Press enter. 297,210. Okay. Press enter. So limits also I have defined. After that, next is our, now we can start. Okay. So I will use this line command. Start from this location. I will start drawing with this point. Okay. The first point. Now see, line can be drawn at any angle. Okay. You can see my cursor. But I want lines to be horizontal or vertical. Okay. So for that, I will switch on this ortho mode on. I will switch on this ortho mode on and dynamic allocation. Okay. See, just below the cursor, you can see ortho is written, less than some angle is written. Okay. So what I will do, how much length I have to move in horizontal direction? Tell me, anyone? How much I have to move in horizontal
70.
direction?
70.
70.
70. Okay. Here you can see the dimension is here mentioned 70. So I will just move my cursor direction and place the value 70. Okay. Now you can see it is going somewhere out of the screen. I have pressed escape key, but still it is not visible. So this is the length 70 line. Okay. Now this figure is very small in front of this. So I will make it little bit large. Now it is visible, but now our line is hiding. So for this, I will select the line. I'll click on this move, pick the insertion point, place it here. Okay. So now the dimensions are clearly visible. In vertical direction, we need to move 60. So what I will do, I will make a rectangle of dimension 60 into 70. In vertical direction, I have to move 60. I will make a rectangle of 60 by 70. Okay. So I have made a rectangle of dimension. This 70 and height is 60. Now in the above, you can see one semicircle is there and one complete circle is there. And this is your center location. The center location is on the mid of your above line. So go for this circle command. I need to check where is my midpoint. Okay. So how I will identify? At the corner you can see square green color is there. In between the symbol is changing to triangles, inverted triangles. So when you reach to the midpoint, you can see a equilateral green color triangle will come and it is writing that it is the midpoint. Okay. So I will look at this location, that is my center point, and the radius you can see it is 35. In the diagram here, it is mentioned that it is 35. So mention the radius as 35. Now, I don't want this lower part of the circle. So I need to trim it. I need to cut it. Okay. So what I will do, I will use a command called trim. You can note down in your notebook, trim command. Now I'm using this trim command, T-R-I-M. So press enter. For using this trim command, what we can do, yeah, you have to select the object. So suppose this is your object across which I want to trim the entity. So select that object, press enter on your keyboard. Now click the portion of the circle you don't want. So I don't want this bottom portion. So click on this part. Okay. Now again I want to draw this complete circle, inside circle. Go for the command C for circle, press enter, go to the midpoint, you will get a equilateral green color triangle. Okay. And just below your cursor, midpoint is also written. Click over there. Now the radius is 20. So I will mention here as 20. Okay. Now, I need to draw this inside rectangle, and this inside rectangle you can see from the base horizontal line it is at a distance of 15, and from this side it is 10, and again this is 15. So I will use again here offset command. OFFSET, offset. What offset distance we want? We want the offset distance of 15. 1, 5. Enter. Which object I want to offset? I want to offset this baseline. In which direction? Above the baseline. So I will bring my cursor on this side. Again, I need one more line for this upper portion of your rectangle. So select this and one more line. Okay. Similarly, I will offset this part also, but here we can see the distance is only 10. Distance is only 10. So what I will do, I will come out of this offset command. Now the offset distance is 10. Press enter. Select this object. On this side come for 10. Again, this line I want to offset on this side. Okay. But if you will see, I need only this inner rectangle. I don't need this outer part. So I need to trim it. So the command that I'm going to use once again is trim. At the command line, you can see it is showing offset. We need to come out of that offset command. So press escape key on your keyboard and type trim. Trim command. You can see in the command line. Press enter. What I want to trim, we have to select some baseline. Okay. So I will select this as baseline. Now I want to do multiple selection. For multiple selection, I have to press shift key on your keyboard. Shift key on your keyboard. You can see one line which I have selected. It is somewhat blue in color. Now press the shift key. Select the another line. Now you can see two lines are in blue color. Now press enter. Two objects has been selected. Now press enter. Now the line that we don't need, you can click on that part and you can see it will be erased. Okay. So similarly, we will cut this portion also. Now go for again trim command. Press enter. Now the objects I will select this one. Press shift key and this one because I don't want upper part of this line and lower part of this line. Once you selected those two lines, press enter. Now we will. Okay, so you can see the line that we don't need, it is removed. Now what I need to do, we have to give the dimension. Let's upscale this figure on this side. Both the figures are side by side. Now I don't need this line, but I need a center line. I have one circle over there, so I will make it center line. So and we have this outer circle also. So let's extend this line beside this point. Same I will do for this side also. I am extending this line simply by clicking on this blue point and stretching it. Okay. Similarly, I need one vertical line also. Vertical line. But from where I want to draw that, see, the midpoint is not changed. It is not meeting with the circle center. So what I will do, I will write center. The center is visible now. So I want to make a line. You click on this line command. This is your center point. Now this line I have drawn, I will extend it to the upper side also, just beside this point, and this is the two lines. As you can see, it is continuous line. We need to change into center line. So select these two lines. By pressing shift key, you can do multiple selection. Right click, properties, line type 2. Oh, again here that line type center line is not here. Okay. So in this situation, which command we have to use? We have to load some different type of line. So the command is line type. Okay. When you will press the command line type, you need to click here to load the center line. Click OK. Now again I will select these two lines. Right click, properties. Okay. Now again you have to make the scale to 5 for clear visibility. You can see the changes. If I am changing here, suppose I am making it 8, so you can see the modifications that is visible here also. Okay. So as per your requirement, you can do those settings. So this is the drawing that we need to draw. Okay. Now we will give the dimension. We will give the dimension. For dimension, go to this dimension. It is not visible, so we need to modify the dimension. Dim style is the command. Press enter, click on modify. Now this process I will speed up, okay? Because I have explained it to you so many times. Arrow size I will make it as 3. Text height I will make it as 8. Text color I will make it green. Precision I will make it as 0. Click on OK. Click on close. Okay, if you want to drag it down, you can select and drag it down. Now, similarly, we will give the rest of the dimensions also. Select this line, give the dimension. Select this line and you can give the dimension over here. Now, what else? You need to specify this radius. You need to specify this diameter. Okay. Now, the inside rectangle, we will give the dimension. This is your 50. This is your 15. And again, this is your this is also your 15. What else is left? All the dimensions I have given. Yeah, all the dimensions is given. So after giving the dimensions, what is the next step? Your next step is to write down your name and roll number. Okay. So you can use this text command. Specify the opposite corner. After specifying the opposite corner, you need to change the text height here on the top. By default, it is taking 0. Okay, so make it as 8. Press enter. Now type name. I'm writing XYZ. Press roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After writing that, you click somewhere outside and it will come like this. You can move it to the location wherever you want it. Here only. The exercise part I will write somewhere else. C Control V. I will exercise. This is 2-2. Okay. So this part is done. After writing these things, you can go for the plotting. File, plot. Select the printer. Select the paper size. What you want to plot? I want to plot the window that I will select. Select the window. Center the plot. Preview it. This is what you will get. If this is fine, click on this print and you can name it as 2D exercise 2_2. Save it. So this is what we have drawn in your second exercise. Okay. Is it clear to all of you or any doubt? Clear?
Sir, can we draw first internal rectangle, then a circle?
Yes. It depends on you. You can draw any drawing with n number of methods. Okay. Only thing you need to learn what are the commands and how to use it. Okay. You can start with this rectangle, inner rectangle, or you can start with this circle also. First you draw this inside circle, then you draw this outside circle, then you draw these lines. Like that also you can move ahead. Okay.
Okay. Basically, we will start drawing from down to upward now, sir.
Yeah. So basically what we do, we start from one corner.
Yes.
Okay. You start from any one side. So I am picking this corner point. Okay. So in the first diagram as well as the second diagram, I am picking this corner point on. So this is how your second exercise will look like. Okay. Now we will see the third drawing. So what new command we have seen? What new command we have seen today as
Trim.
compared to trim command? Next,
Set.
offset. Offset we have
Offset.
seen that day.
No.
Line type.
Line type, very good. So we will write all those things here so that it will be in your mind. Okay. So I will copy this and I will prepare the list on this side. Control V. Commands used. Okay. So first I have used unit. I will make it cap lock. Unit. Then your limit.
Zoom.
Zone.
Move command.
Line. Move. Stretch
Offset.
also I have used. Stretch for shortening and lengthening the lines. So I have used STRETCH. Stretch. Line type I have used. Circle.
Trim.
Trim. Please mute yourself. Some background noise is coming. Please mute yourself.
Offset.
Offset.
You use chat box for communication because from the background the environment is not seems to be good. People are laughing from your end, so you please mute yourself and try to whenever you are attending the lectures, you try to isolate yourself from the family. Then only it will be advantage, or just for the sake of attendance, if you are coming and going, then that is different thing. you will not learn anything. Okay, you will get the attendance, but you will not learn anything. And in the first year only, I am telling you to all the students. Okay, this is a basic instruction. The respect, the dedication you will show and give to earn this degree. Okay, you are going to earn some graduate degree, bachelor's degree. Okay, the respect, the dedication that you will give to earn this BTech degree, same respect and dedication that degree will give you after 4 years. Okay, so keep this in your mind since you are in your first year. So if you will understand what I'm trying to say, you will be get a lot of benefit out of it. Okay, so let's continue. So trim, then offset. After offset, students are saying dim style. Very good.
Text command.
Text command. Very good. Anything else? Line type. Okay. One more thing I have told you how to use properties of any selected entity. Okay. Like we were doing now. Suppose I am coming out of this and I was changing this line type. So what I have done, selecting any object, right click it and go to properties. And we were changing the line type here and line type scale also. Okay. So properties you keep in your mind because this is very useful tool. Okay, useful tool. Properties. This is not the command that I have used, but properties I have used as a functionality. Anything else? So these many commands we have seen, of which some of them are new that we have not used earlier, and some of them are older one. Okay, like suppose I want to change the color of this. Can I change the color of any single text? No, properties are not there. Suppose I want to make this trim only with some other font color. I'm not able to do that. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to click properties and then color. I am changing it red. So entire thing is being changed. Okay. But what I am saying that I have to change the color of any single alphabet. It means what I am trying to say you, I want to teach you one more command here. That's why I'm telling this. Uh, when I am selecting any one text, everything is selected from the top command C to your bottom up to 14. Okay, so there is one command that is your explode. Okay, pay attention. Before using that command, I am putting it here in your command list. Explode, so that you can clearly see this. EXPLODE, explode. This is the command that I am going to use. So let's type it in your command line. Explode. Press enter. Now it is asking select the object which you want to explode. I want to explode this entire text thing that I have written. So let's select it and press enter. Now you see, I can select any one of them and I can change this color to anything what I need. So trim we have seen today. We have seen line type today. So I will make this also with different color. Okay. Stretch, I will change it to this color. Offset we have seen today. Properties about this function I have told you today. Explode I have told you today. Rest of the things we have seen earlier also. Okay. So this explode command is useful somewhere. Okay. So this is for your exercise number 2. Now all these figures you have to draw in your AutoCAD software and you have to submit also. Okay. So let's move on to the next diagram. What is our next diagram? This one. This is very simple, yet we will draw this. This is, you can see a combination of circles are there. So let's use my snipping tool. I want to take a new snapshot. Right click it, copy it, come to the workspace of your AutoCAD, go to the clipboard and paste it. Insertion point, let it be here. Okay. Now I'm directly going to the drawing. Okay. Now for this exercise, I'm not going for limits, units. Okay. But you practice it. Go to the line. Here you can see how we can draw this diagram. So go to this annotation. What you can see here, there is one base rectangle. One base rectangle we can draw. This is the base rectangle that I can draw, or maybe it is square. I don't know. We will check it afterwards. So this is coming 50. This length is coming 50. So automatically this will be 50. Okay. Radius of this circle, it is showing 20. Okay. It means distance from this up to this end is 20 plus 20, 40, and this side it is 5. So 5 on this side also. This is also your 5. So it is totally, it is coming from this location up to this location, it is 50. Now, this side, if you will see from here to here, the portion, this semicircle is 540. It means this side it is 40 only. Okay. So this is your 40 on both the sides. So we need to draw a rectangle first of dimension. This you can keep as 50 and this you can keep as, this will be your 40. So let's draw it. I will come out of this annotation. I will use your line command. Let's start from here. I will put this ortho mode on since I want to draw horizontal and vertical lines. In horizontal direction, I want to move 50. 50 is going beyond my screen, so I will use zoom command. Okay. Yeah. I need to clear this annotation. Yeah. Okay. I will zoom it on this side. Now, you can draw one line of length 40 from this point. Again in this side 50, and again you can close this figure. Come out of this. I want to move this. Select the base point and move it here. I want to stretch it little bit. Let's stretch it. Okay. Now we need to draw those semicircles. Okay. So what I will do, I will use your command circle from the midpoint. See how to locate the midpoint. One green color equilateral triangle is seen there. Once you will bring your cursor to the line, midpoint will be highlighted like this. Okay. So from here, I need to draw a circle. Okay. Suppose there is another method also here. I want to draw an arc. Okay. Where the center point is known and radius is known. Is there any option like that? Start and radius. No, we don't have that option where we know the center and radius. So let's go with circle and we will trim it. From the midpoint, draw a circle of radius 20. Okay, now I will trim it. Use the command trim, enter. I don't want the upper half, so I need to first select this object, press enter, and you delete this part. Okay. Likewise, I don't want this portion also, inside portion. So for this, I can use again trim command, select this as object, press enter, get this part. And you can see this part is removed now. Now, coming to this side, go to circle. This is our midpoint. Again, we have to locate that triangle will come. Yeah, here is that triangle. This is our center point, and radius is again 20. So press 20. Now we don't need this side, so delete this part. Use trim command. Press enter. Okay. I don't want this line also, so you can select this and delete it. Okay. Now one more command I will tell you here. Okay, mirror command. One mirror command I will tell you. I want this same as it is on this side also. But where is the mirror? Mirror will be at the center location. So let's draw a temporary line from this midpoint. This is the mirror line I have drawn. I will use this as mirror, and I will use this mirror command. So see here, what it is asking, select the object. This is my object. Press enter. Select or specify first point of mirror line. So this is my first point. This is my second point. Oh, sorry. Once again, I will do. Select the object. Press enter. What I will do, I have selected the object. I will press enter. I will specify this point and another point of the mirror. Now you can see this image is reflecting on another side of the mirror also. Okay. So what we will do, now it is asking erase the source object. No, I don't want to erase it. So by default it is no. So press enter. Okay. So what you don't need, you delete those things. Yeah. So this is the image that we were willing to build. Okay. Now I am going to give the fast dimensioning. You just pay attention. It is very small, so we need to modify the dimension style. Dim style, modify. I'll change the line color to green, extension color green, arrow size 3. Yes? Anyone saying something? Anyone saying something? Line I will change to green, arrow size 3, text height as 8, primary unit I will give the precision as 0. Okay, that's fine. Close it, close it. Now go to your dimension at this location, give the dimension to this radius portion. Okay, you can give the radius of this also, like this. You can give the dimension of this portion. So these are the dimensions that you can give. Okay. Suppose here radius is coming, but in the figure it was diameter. So how to give that dimension? Let's see. I want to give the dimension of this portion. Okay. And I want to give diameter. So diameter it will show as 40. Okay. In that situation, you can delete any one of them. So this is how you can give the dimension for this also. And like in the previous figures, you can write your name and your roll number. So I'm directly copying it from your previous figure. Control C and here Control V. Okay, exercise I will again copy from the previous one. Control V. This is the third exercise for today. So I will write is 2-3. Now, once you are done with this, you can take the printout, file, plot, select the printer to PDF, paper size you can select as A4, select the window, center the plot, preview. This is what you will get. And exactly this is what I was looking for. So you can plot it here. Make it as 3. Click on save. Okay. So this is the third drawing. Okay. 3 diagrams are still left. We will practice it in the next class. For today, I want to stop here. If it is clear to everyone, please type in the chat box CS. CS is for clear, sir. If anybody is having any doubt, you can ask me. Try to arrange some system, install your AutoCAD software. If you face any difficulty, you ask me. I will clarify your doubt and practice it. Okay, because these softwares are not theoretical subjects. This is as much as you will practice, you will learn it, and more you will explore it also. Okay, maybe something you will learn while practicing it. So you must practice it at your home. Okay, if regular physical classes will be running, then we used to give the demonstration for these figures, and students draw on the system, and then we support them if they have any issue related to drawing. So try to arrange as early as you can your system and install it and start practicing it. So once again, I'm telling for those students, those who are listening sincerely, that is very good. Those who are not listening sincerely, the working environment is not good. It means some background noise is coming. You are sitting in front of your televisions, or your friends are sitting with you and you are doing chit chat and laughing together. Okay. So those things you must avoid. I'm telling and warning you. Okay. I will not do anything. Who will do? Your degree will give you the same respect, same dedication, what you are giving the dedication and respect while earning this degree. Okay. After 4 years, you will feel the heat. Okay. My best wishes to all my students. Have a nice day, and I'm going to end the meeting.
Thank you, sir.